Hello, everyone. Good evening. I have not been on live in so long. I got a microphone. The camera is shitty. I know, guys. Okay, I got to get a new camera. I got different technology and different other, I don't know what different stuff, but my camera quality is terrible on my laptop. So forgive me. This is about as good as the lighting is going to be. And that's that. Anywho, today's topic is on how a strong mind will get us through anything. You know, everything that this reality is about your thoughts, it's about frequencies, it's about vibrations, it's about your relation to the reality in such a way that you know anything that you come across is a lesson. It's here to teach you, it's here to uplift you and to inspire you. Everything is about perspective, everything is about your mindset, how you think about whatever occurrence is going on. Like, you may have something shitty happen to you on a day, or it may be a season, it may be a year, maybe years where you just feel like shit is being piled on top of you. And you may think, okay, the universe is whipping my ass, or I'm not favored, or it's because I'm a bad person, or nothing ever works out for me, rather than looking at it as something that's going to build your character or something that you can make money off of. Your story, its uniqueness, okay, is something that you went through that other people are going to have to go through, and they're going to be looking for a mentor. They're going to be willing to pay for your help, your assistance, etc. And when we have these aha moments or we have these mindset shifts, everything changes. It's like, oh my God, okay, a light bulb went off. And now I can look at this from a different perspective. Now I can begin to change my situation because I'm being accountable. I understand what it means. I understand that my mindset is greatly responsible for the situation that I'm in. So now I have the ability to change it no matter how difficult and no matter how gross the circumstance is. Because again, we do fuck up in life. We fuck up bad sometimes. Okay, but we have the ability to change everything around us. Hey, Glass Moon, what's going on? Yeah, that's divine timing. Absolutely. Earlier today I was playing some frequencies, and the frequency was removing parasites, removing demonic energies, and things like that. And the universe has been sending me, I get a lot of numbers, in the form of codes. Okay, and they mean certain things. They don't all mean a certain, the same thing, like how people see 888 and shit like that. Nothing generic. I'm talking about full on blown codes. They could be 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. And I keep seeing them all the time. They could be scrambled out of order. Okay, what does this mean? Okay. And when I tell you it's the most insane stuff, but it's literally just my wisest self telling me, hey, we've seen this before. You need to make this decision. This is what's going to help you. But you need to remember, okay? So for me, my divine communication is in the form of numbers. It's just one of them in the form of numbers. So I have been seeing this code, okay? And I'm like, I wonder what this means because everywhere else, I look at it and it's not that it everywhere else I look at it, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So then I turn to the Bible and then I read a scripture and it was those numbers. And I said, yeah, this is exactly what I needed. You understand? And although, yes, I'm not a Christian, I don't consider myself to be quote unquote religious. I do look at the Bible as a book of spells, as a book of manifestations, as a book of predictive programming. So I said, okay, this is wonderful. You know, And I'm doing the work around this scripture because I feel like, again, as people who deal with the occult or hidden knowledge and hidden sciences and things like that, we have a lot of power. A lot of people have been watching my channel for years. I be in and out or whatever with my channel and things of that nature. I've been putting on my shorts every day though, but I be in and out with my channel. But however, when it comes down to occult knowledge and sciences, I've been telling y'all throughout the years that you have to stay on it with your spiritual journey. And your spiritual journey is your everyday behavior, right? So again, I'm using the scripture, I'm using it kind of like as a chant, as a mantra, etc. And then from there, what I do is I cease. And I had the frequency music going to relieve parasites, etc. So then I go use the bathroom. I say, oh, yeah, that's a parasite. That's a parasite. Things are being moved. Okay. Shift is things are being moved. Shifts are happening because of my words, because of the positioning that I put myself in, because of my belief at the time, me being obedient to the codes and the reality telling me, hey, look here, hey, look here, do this, do that, etc. Okay. And I don't mean obedient as in, there's a higher authority that I am submissive to in a way where I'm beneath them or subservient to them. No, when I say obedient, it is I am in agreement with myself. I obey myself. I don't self betray me. I don't self sabotage myself. I'm looking at this code because it's something from my wisest, most intelligent self that's engineering, okay? Engineering the reality in a way where the license plate is talking to me, where the billboard is talking to me, where I'm in the right place at the right time, where this person is in agreement to come in between me, is wearing this symbol on their shirt. I'm in the elevator, I hear it in Spanish. Then I go, you understand what I'm saying? This is a co-creation with my wisest self and other participants in the reality with me, letting me know, hey, we're on your team. You need to pay attention. This is what the universe is trying to tell you today from you and your friends. See, our mindset has to be like that. Hey, Brother Benjamin, how are you doing? How are you doing? Hey, listen, I got banned off of Instagram. I'm in litigation with Meta about that because, like I said, um, on my other live stream, I reported somebody for sharing C-SPAN material, and so AI flagged it as me, and then I got put off. So yes, Meta is being sued, guys. Don't worry. If I get the account back, hey, it is what it is. I don't know. At the same time, though, I'm suing their ass because at the end of the day, I don't want nobody saying if something happened to me, if I die or whatever, I don't want nobody saying, oh, well, Paige got kicked off Instagram because, she shared C-SPAN material. We're not doing that. Y'all the ones that allowed that stuff up on there. I reported it because they were trying to harm children. Then I get flagged because of AI. So y'all see how AI moving. I'm not an enemy against AI. Hell, I believe AI is here to assist us just like any other tool, but it is what it is. So I haven't been on Meta because my account got banned. Okay, so but we working on it. we working through it. They ain't stopping nothing. Trust me. What's going on, God body? How you doing? So as I was talking about, guys, everything in the reality is for our benefit. Okay? And we have to believe that. Everything is working out for you. It really is. It really is. I want us to understand something. Here I'm currently in Costa Rica. So because I haven't been on Instagram, I haven't been making content like that. All my content is pretty much on autopilot when it comes down to clips and stuff like that. I don't be on the internet all day. I try to enjoy nature and I'm out here creating. I have an app called Landkin. Y'all can go to landkindra.com. It's live right now. It is an app designed so that we can buy land together. Okay, it's an app designed so we can buy land together. That was something I was trying to do before Instagram shut down my account, but we're gonna go over there together, and I'm gonna show it to y'all. So let me share screen because this is something that I want to um, show you guys really quick. Because somebody had put up on one of my clips. Well, if making apps is so easy, where's your app? First of all, I have several, but let me show you one of them. Okay, let me show you one of them. Okay, the sister girl has been busy. This is powerful. So if we go here to Landkin, this is the elder section. One second. Okay. So my landing page, hold on. Let me go back because I want to sign out real quick. Okay, it says, okay, one quick question before we begin. We honor people who are 60 and older. Okay, so the elderly on this app get a 50% subscription off, okay, of all the membership tiers. All right. So this is not my dashboard. This is another login. Okay, this is not the admin dashboard, but this is the app. Okay. We have literally a lifetime membership where you just pay $40 lifetime access, and you get access to all the groups. This is where you can buy land with other people together. The minimum pledge is $500. $500, folks. So all you need is $500 to pledge to join the group, and you can buy it with other people. This is the kind of shit that I've been working on and building. I don't know about anybody else, but it's something I've been working on and building. The app does not take anybody's money. In order for you to unlock the group, right, and you guys go and buy land, it has to be 50 people that join the group. Y'all at least together collectively need to have $25,000 in pledges. Okay? Then from there, we refer you to a lawyer. You can pick your own if y'all want as a group, but we refer you to a lawyer so that y'all can get registered as a business, as a trust, whatever you plan to put your land in. Then y'all get that vehicle, you go and get your bank account, then you set it up and you collect the funds that way. We are pretty much an intermediary. Okay? Like Uber. We don't handle all of that stuff with the car and the insurance. All we do is facilitate the ride, make sure you get there, etc. Blah, 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 blah. So that's what we do. And this app is something that you can utilize anywhere. You can utilize it in the Caribbean. You can utilize it in Europe. You can utilize it in Africa. You can utilize it in Africa. You can utilize it in America. And there's so much that goes into this app, y'all. I'm telling you, just go to the website, landkendra.com. This is me and my business. Okay, Brother Benjamin. I'm also looking to immigrate. I choose to stay a EU citizen due to me being an EU native, but I'm interested in digital nomadism. How's your experience as a digital nomad entrepreneur? That's a good question. So, there's a benefit to being, in Europe, just like anywhere else, any developed country. But I do understand there's different the situation that's occurring, with developed countries and the wars that are happening. It is a concern and some other different things. But other people, you may have your own reasons for leaving, right? Being a digital nomad is something to where, let me just say this. You cannot have just one thing going on as a digital nomad, and you have to be willing to evolve. All right. So I'm in a group where there's investors and there is founders. So you have the people that are willing to invest in whatever it is that you're doing as a business, and then you have people that are founders, the ones that founded the business. Okay. Right now, what we're seeing is 80% of all venture capital is going into AI technology. 80%. People who are not into AI technology are getting the remaining 20%. Black businesses are getting less than 1%. Black women are getting less than 1%. They're getting about 0.5%. Okay. So, being a digital nomad, like I've been telling you guys for years, you have to have a social media presence. You have to be willing to understand how trends are going. Like, you can't just be somebody that just hops on the bandwagon and do what these influencers do, or be somebody that just views user generated content. Like, when I get online and I create, what I look for in life is, where are people having deficits? Okay. What is a problem in our society right now? People are not happy with work. People are also not comfortable getting online and talking to other people, not talking about the things that they've gone through. They're scared of social media, or they're scared of their voice, or whatever the case may be. People don't know how to run a business. People don't know how to create a product, a service. People are talented, but they don't know how to package it up. You see what I'm saying? So that's something I've been doing for years with people on Instagram mainly, YouTube, TikTok. When I had TikTok before I got banned over there, I've just been getting kicked out. Been getting kicked out. Okay, throughout the years. But yeah. So one thing I could say about me is that I offer so many different things, because there are many things that I want to do in life. You see what I'm saying? And also, to be quite honest with you, I don't know what could go. I don't know what could go and what would stay. Like, y'all, I know how to build. I'm talking about physical buildings. I had a workshop here in Costa Rica. We had the um what was it? The natural building workshop that we did, where I showed y'all clips of that. Those were going viral on Instagram before I got kicked off, right? I had the clips for the house that was going on. I have a digital nomad community that I'm forming in Costa Rica. We have the 7 acres out here. Um, let's see. Like I said, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, social media help, brand development. I'm in tech, building apps and stuff like that too. Um, Man, there's so much that I do. So again, being somebody that considers themselves to be a digital nomad is also somebody that has multiple hustles, multiple businesses, is always active on social media, automates their life, enjoys their life, and makes responsible decisions. Okay? You want me to be transparent about my life and how I work it out? Where I'm at right now is an affordable place for rent. When I first got to the country, I got a house that was $280 a month. That was with water included. Yes, 280 US dollars. It was a brand new house. It was smaller. Okay? I didn't have the internet. That was very hard. That was the first time I lived in a house with no internet. Well, no. I take that back. I lived on a farm for 7 months and I didn't have any internet on the bus. Okay, but that was the first time me living in an actual structured house, no internet, and I had to rely on the phone. Okay, so if I wanted to use the internet, I had to go into town. If I wanted to use office space, I had to rent office space. Y'all see what I'm saying? But it was $280 a month. My electric bill was like anywhere between $15 to $30 a month. Okay, so let's talk about my groceries. Okay, being digital nomad. Now, this is when I first got to the country. This is when I first got to the country. Um, Groceries. I would spend anywhere between $30 to $50 a week. That was pretty high, and that was including me eating out for the week. Anywhere between $30 and $50 for the week. Okay, so food is $200. All right, so 280. Then I got 200. Then I got what? A $30 electric bill. Then now let's break down my phone bill. Phone bill, $35. Sometimes when my other phone don't work, then I gotta load up on the other phone as a backup. Okay, that's $10. Okay. Then the American line. The American line don't use it that much. That's $20 a month. WhatsApp is free. Okay. My most expensive expenses is my technology expenses. Okay. So I have app in development that I have to build. Okay. Um get my hair done or whatever once or twice a month, anywhere between $25 to $50. Okay, somebody wash, blow dry, and braid. Okay. um when I at this the location I'm at now, I have a washing machine, but the location beforehand I didn't have a washing machine. So I would spend anywhere between um $15 to $20. Is that right? Anywhere between $15 to $20, okay, a week for laundry. Now that's a bit more on the expensive end. Okay. Here they don't have laundry mats. Everybody just wash their clothes and then hang it up because it's warm all year round. Okay. So that's what we got. But now I got a washing machine. My washing machine was like $200 and it works great. It works nice. I actually appreciate it. Now my rent is like, because of the dollar is down, it could be anywhere between 520-ish to about 560, 570. It just depends on how the dollar is doing. Okay. Now I have internet. Okay. Bigger space. It's much more modern. I have a washing machine. It's more safer. It's a lot more gated. You know, um, it's just nice. I like it. Okay. And I can host people, etc. So you need to figure out, and again, you gotta have money for savings. I'll tell y'all a story about how I got bit by a dog because I was being cheap. I wanted to walk somewhere. I had no business fucking walking over there. The fucking dog bit me. It was this man. He had a dog. I'm walking in the street, not on the sidewalk close to him and the dog, but I'm walking in the street. The man is deranged or whatever. His dog, I guess, thought I was trying to attack him, which I wasn't. I was on my headphones dancing, and then dog bit the shit out of me. Okay. And so had to go to the ER. That was like $100. They wanted to give me, I guess they wanted to do a tetanus shot. I was not gonna do a tetanus shot. Didn't want to do that. And they gave me some cream. I said, fuck it, fine. We'll do a balance. I'll take the cream and then we'll go from there. Okay. So it's like $100, right? If I would have gotten an Uber, okay, Uber is anywhere between $3 to $5 to get into town, depending on what's going on. That would have been a lot cheaper. You understand what I'm saying? So have some money in your pockets for expenses, just like for stuff like that. But for the most part, I like my life like this because one, I just have to be transparent. I don't like dealing with niggas. Okay. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't like having to be sweet with men or acting like I like men to get money. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would rather work and hustle and not have to deal with anybody. When I wake up, the day is mine and mine alone. Even a woman, either. Okay. I'm just going to be transparent with you. I don't feel like being sweet with a motherfucker right now. I got shit to build. I don't want to live a life where I have to be sweet to somebody to get what I want. Everybody understand that? I want to be able to afford my expenses, and my expenses are mine, where I don't have to kiss no ass. I don't have to think about nobody. I don't have to consider anybody's emotions. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have to argue. I don't have to fight. I don't have to deal with how somebody else want their shit in my house, or like, look, people can run their ship how they want to run their ship. I want to run mine how I want to run it. And if I want to take a break from whatever it is I'm doing, I can afford to take a break. Everybody understand that? If I want to say fuck it, I want to go to the city like yesterday. I was like, fuck it. Let me take a break. I want to go to the city and just go fucking people watch like how the birds do. Just go people watch, look at people having the best time of their lives, being human beings, just in the city having a good time. Do a little shopping here and there. You know what I'm saying? Go to a little metaphysical shop, get my little spiritual, rocks off or whatever, and just relax. And then I can get back to work. So that's my thing. And I try to tell these young women that and the young men that get you a hobby, get you a hustle going on, even if it's on the side. If you want to keep your 9 to 5 job or get you a remote work, great. That's perfect. But also have something on the side because you never know if you want to go and do this whole digital nomad thing or you want to go off and do your thing. You can go ahead and do that and you can afford it. Okay, cheer yourself on. You can do it. Long as you don't get out here and be like these dumbasses, getting these Airbnbs paying $1,500 a month, $2,000, $3,000 a month, and then when you look up 6 months later, they ain't got shit. Okay, well, dumbass, nobody told you to go over there and get that Airbnb. You should have went to go and get that little apartment that was what 280, like I did. Yeah, because one thing that I want to do, one thing that I want to do is I want to build up the land that I have. Okay? Want to build up the land that I have. Cuz rent is cool and all, but if you got land, then build it up so you don't have to pay rent. So that's what I'm doing. I want to open it up to other people as well. And like I told you guys, the app that I have, we're right here on the app, Land Can. The app that I have allows us to invest together. So if you decide, you know what, Paige, I ain't trying to do Costa Rica, okay? I want to do Arkansas, the Ozarks. It's safe over there for whatever reason. Okay, they got a property, 7 acres, $25,000. Off grid, no restrictions. Bam. Now that might be a stretch for the Ozarks, but you make it work. You get on Land Ken, you find other people that want to invest in the Ozarks. Okay, bam, y'all put y'all money together. It's 50 of y'all. Then now y'all incorporate. Then now you put it in your bank account. Then now y'all did the deal. Now you got something. Now you got land you actually own. Now you got a vested interest. Now you got a business. Benjamin, I get you completely. I'm neurodivergent, yes, and it's draining to constantly fit in, to be in corporate space and depend on being likable to pay rent. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. And I feel like that's also not for you. Like you're a genius. You know what I'm saying? You're a genius in your own right. The shit that you be, developing, you know? Yeah. It's incredible. Okay. So I just feel like guys, you can do it. I don't care what nobody say. You just have to get through, you just got to get through the mindset. It's the mindset. It's the mindset. If you feel like you want to go somewhere else, go somewhere else. When I made it up in my mind a couple years ago, I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna come to Costa Rica." And I told y'all I moved here for a year. A lot of y'all follow my journey or whatever. Some people didn't. Some people maybe knew, but I left, went um, for a year, and shit was falling into place when I said I wanted to come here. That's when things started aligning much faster because I made a decision. I didn't delay nothing. I didn't doubt myself. I didn't say any of that shit. The universe just aligned it for me because I made it up in my mind that this was the life I wanted to live. This was how I was going to do it. I had already been working on a plan all year round. I stopped partying. I stopped bullshitting with people. I started hanging with motherfuckers who was hating or motherfuckers who didn't have no ambition or whatever the case may be, or we just weren't goddamn aligned. You understand? And I said, fuck it. I want to go off and go do my own thing. I didn't just jump ship. I had a plan. You understand? And I had a little bit of savings. You know? This was 2020 during the pandemic, guys. I said, fuck it. Just had a conversation with somebody about the other day. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Right when they opened up that border, because the girl said she was locked. That was actually, it was my neighbor I was talking to. She said she was locked out the country for fucking 7 months. Couldn't get in, locked out. And I said, immediately when they opened up that border, I dipped. I said, because I don't know if they're going to open this motherfucker again. And I got one life to live. Love y'all. Bye, America. If I don't see you no more, that's it. Love you, girl. And that's another thing too. You got Soul Plane just shut down. Y'all know Soul Plane. We call Soul Plane Spirit Airlines. Soul Plane ain't never had an accident. They always got fights on that motherfucker though. Ain't never had an accident. Cheapest airline. Guess what? Shut down. Fucked up. Shut down. All right? Shut down. So that's my thing. Do you really want to stay somewhere you don't want to be? JetBlue, they talking about they filing for bankruptcy. Then you got Frontier is also on the brink of bankruptcy. So now you got these other airlines that are going to be taking on the brunt of these flights because of the Strait of Hormuz situation with US, Iran, and Israel. See, guys, what I want y'all to realize why your mind has to be so strong is that these people, they've been planning this shit for years. I'm talking about before you even born, before your fucking great grandmother was born. I mean, before our people were literally in chains. These people literally had plans written for this time period. They planned it all out, they put it in books. But the power of your mind has to be stronger than their plans and their intentions. Does everybody understand that? Because they've been planning for a very long time. People talk about AI innovation, and I'm gonna get to these questions in a second. But people talk about AI innovation and all this other shit. First of all, do you really think that AI is the problem? If we just had the biggest age of disclosure and y'all sitting on y'all ass and y'all not doing nothing in America, you won't even goddamn protest. You won't stop going to work. You won't stop spending shit. You won't stop doing nothing. You won't arrest people. You won't round people up. You won't even do a goddamn citizen's arrest. But yet you're arguing about AI. Yet y'all arguing about male versus female situations. Who's wrong in the situation? Meanwhile, the children are sitting there looking up like, what the fuck? This is our reality. Like, I want y'all to understand, they are being disclosed the Epstein files just like you and their children. And they're fearful. And they're sitting here looking at the adults in the situation like, damn, y'all scared, y'all not doing anything. Where does that leave me? Like, I want y'all to understand the psychological implications behind what it is that these children are going through when we sit around and we don't do shit. Like this whole war that's happening is literally because these people do not want to go to jail or be held accountable. You see the blue and white state, they doing any fucking thing they want to do. United States is doing anything they want to do. Why? Because they are auditioning to protect the people in the background with the money who've been carrying out these acts for a long time. That's what you're seeing. They're like, oh, yeah, yeah, we can continue to stay in power and protect y'all. These dumbass motherfucking humans, they ain't gonna do shit. We know we had to reveal it. Blah, 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 blah. But they ain't gonna do a goddamn thing because guess what? We gonna break every law possible to stay in power. We're gonna make people fear us. And in y'all mind, just like what I see on TikTok, what I see on Instagram and YouTube, I see people believe that bullshit. They believe it. They're like, okay, well, we're powerless. We don't have anything come. Well, that's what you think, so be it. So when people say, "Oh, don't use AI innovation, blah 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 blah," God damn it, y'all gonna have to if y'all really want to be free. The next steps that are coming, you're gonna have to create a business, automate, or create some kind of situation where the humans is really gonna need it. Like this app that I have, y'all is gonna need this shit. I got two more apps that y'all gonna need as well, but y'all gonna need this Lankin shit. Cause some of y'all ain't even gonna have $1,000 in a minute. You better put that 500 that you got towards this. And I'm not talking towards the app. I'm talking about towards your land payment. You understand me? This is for you and your goddamn family. When you have a contract with the people that you invest land in, y'all have to come together and you put a clause in that says that I can pass my shares down or my stewardship of this property to XYZ in the event of death, whatever. We ain't got shit to do with that. We're not an heir to it. We just facilitate everything. Bam. Let's get to these questions. Okay, you're looking at Eastern Europe, Benjamin. Okay, rent is 300 euros. Yeah, total cost is 800 euros. That's pretty good. They're not LGBTQ friendly. Yeah, that's pretty hard. I say your peace of mind is the most important thing. Your peace of mind is the most important thing. If you can't be accepted in a place, don't go. I understand that it's cheaper, but the cost is going to be that you can't be yourself. So I say don't go. Maybe look into Montenegro or something like that. I think that's over there. They're a bit more LGBTQ friendly. They're a bit more cheaper. I saw some nice modern amenities over there. I don't really know about their economy too much, but I do know that maybe digital nomad life may be nice over there, and the houses are nice as well. So maybe there. I know that's in Europe. You know. Okay, the Netherlands used to be golden in the 80s and 90s before EU payment came. Now you got taxes. Yep. Unpayable rent. And it's like living in the ghetto. Yeah, that's pretty much everywhere. That's New York, that's Chicago, that is Los Angeles, that's becoming Houston, Dallas, it's everywhere. Everywhere is getting very expensive. Everywhere's getting very expensive. People are being priced out as we speak. Foreclosures are happening. We've had over 119,000 foreclosures this year in April in the United States. This was before the war. This is a symptom of a much bigger problem, people. And with these airlines being shut down, what I want y'all to understand is with the airlines being shut down, that also means cargo ain't moving either. Didn't they just announce last month United States Postal Service? They're not even paying into retirement anymore. Pension, they can't afford to pay the postal service. They're not delivering mail. I want y'all to understand something. The United States Post Office is a little bit different than the United States Postal Service, but they're twins. Okay, so why the United States Postal Service exists is so that the military can communicate in war. Okay, you all are considered military members. Don't forget that. You all are considered military members. Your house is considered a inland, not your house, excuse me, your address. Your address is considered inland marine post. Okay? It's considered an extension of the military barracks. Okay? Your mailbox is property of the federal government, not your house. The mailbox is property of the federal government. Everybody get that? So when they're not delivering mail, that's a federal government problem. They're not communicating with the military members. I wonder how this draft is going to go when the post office can't deliver mail. Which again means that I do feel like a lot of this stuff with this government dysfunction is going to be a result of them ushering in the AI digital surveillance world. I know that y'all also saw that Ford They had the patent come out about 2 years ago or something like that. They put that patent out that, they wanted to put the kill switch in the cars and stuff. Well, now that's here. All the new cars starting production now are going to have kill switches in them, which means that if they catch you driving crazy or whatever, or the AI detects your face as looking a certain way, or you're not fit to drive, the vehicle will not start. hmm So this is what we're doing. Like I said, your mindset. This is like you cannot fake the funk here as we're moving into this new world. Your mindset is going to be everything, folks. Like, I'm so happy for the world that we're moving into, especially my goddamn world that we're moving into. It's going to be amazing. I'm telling y'all right now. Okay, how I be moving through the reality, how I be shifting through the reality, everything that's going on now, I put in my goddamn vision board. And y'all, the people talk about a goddamn vision board like it's like fucking nothing, whatever. That is my 3D playground. The magazines and shit you don't want, okay, thanks. Let me put some pieces together. Let me cut up some images. Let me utilize AI. This is what I want to look like. This is how I want to, put the shit in there. I put my frequencies, blah, 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 blah. You put your magic on there and bam. Now you got you something to work with. Now you got something to visualize. Now when you sit down in your meditation or you're working with your magic or whatever, or your prayers or whatever you're doing, now I got something to work with. You see what I'm saying? Bam. And then now I'm living in the dream. It's like living in the mandala. When they'll sit down and they just meditate looking at the mandala. And then now the mandala has become a physical representation of the 2D tapestry that they was meditating to on the wall. They do that in mushrooms in real time, by the way. They take mushrooms, they look at the mandala, and then now the mandala is now a 3D reality that they can actually explore while they're tripping. See, what we're going through in life right now is the biggest psychedelic trip ever. That's what they don't tell you. This is the biggest psychedelic trip ever. It's a long trip. You're tripping. The whole thing is a goddamn trip. That's the beauty of it. Create the reality. Stop fucking around. Stop thinking negative thoughts. Just do it already. Okay? Like, people talk about Shira Seven a lot. They think she's like Andrew Tate or somebody, female version, or she just be like, okay, she just be telling young women, go use these motherfuckers for money or whatever. But if y'all pay attention to that girl's spiritual channel, go listen to that woman's spiritual channel, Ashira Goddess, and listen to the stuff that she be saying. It's magical. Literally, what you think shall you be. I don't know about her collaborations, but one thing I can say about her, yeah, go listen to some of that stuff about you changing your mindset. What you think, so shall you be. Get into the frequency. Clean yourself up, clean up your environment, you know, work your magic. Put in some effort, put in some work. Some of y'all want a soft life but don't want to do shit. So yeah, she say you might want to get you a sugar daddy then. I think that's a lot of work for me. So I think just the thought of that is just exhausting. The fucking thought, like a sugar who? Oh, gross. I don't even want to give an air kiss. You out your damn mind. No. So guess what that means for me? That means Paige, you better get the fuck up and work. That's what the fuck that means for me. Yeah. Yeah, see, I like that. I like that for you using Patreon. And you just got to keep doing it. You know, it's the everyday activity in and out, day in and day out, the everyday activity that adds up to something in the end. You know, when I started my YouTube channel, I was 16 years old. Okay, I started with something. I started putting fucking, you know, things I got off LimeWire or that Piff songs and stuff like that that I got. And I just started making YouTube videos that went viral. Then I started making my own content and then took a break, came back to it, programmed my mind. I said, yeah, I'm going to become famous on YouTube. I'm going to create a viral video. It's going to be about, you know, me and my life and everything. Then when the third eye video happened, when I opened my third eye smoking weed or whatever, I freaked out and I was like just having this mind-blowing experience in my early, what was that, 20s or something like that. Yeah. um it just kicked off for me and became a doorway and a path to something so much greater. You know what I'm saying? It's the little steps that you do every single day with integrity when nobody else is watching. You may think that, okay, I got 200 views, I got 300 views here, 400 views here, and that may not be moving. But I promise you at some point it will. Just like Shira was saying, she was like, you know, I've been having this I've been having this channel for a very long time. Then she said she rubbed some Easy Life oil on her she got from this Botanica in New Orleans or something like that. And she put it on or whatever the case may be that she got it from the Botanica. And she said people just started doing her work for her. People started posting her videos, making clips and shit, start putting it on TikTok. She said she didn't even have TikTok. TikTok, you know, reaching millions of views over there, and then she made a TikTok over there and she's at 1 million views right now. She was like, I didn't have to share shit. People just looked at my content on YouTube and they just started taking the knowledge and information and started sharing it. Yeah, because that's how it works. You show up day in and day out. I don't give a fuck you talk about socks. Okay, we'll talk about them damn socks every day. What they do for you? Do they help people's arthritis? Do they show up? Do they, cover people crusty feet? Or if people have gout, how do they make the people with gout feel? How do it make the people with diabetes feel? Whatever. You got something that you're passionate about, just put it on the internet, keep talking about it, and let it go from there. You know, it amazes me when I sit up in my house. You know, I don't have too many friends, but the friends that I do have are very high quality in my eyes. I may not speak to them every day. Hell, I may not speak to them every month or every other month. But when we check in, our conversations are very fruitful. They're amazing. And it's an exchange. Okay. It's no trauma dumping or energy dumping. We don't have time for that, as you know. Okay. You know, we don't even talk every day. So, one thing I can say though is that when I'm in my space outside of talking to friends or outside of talking to people in the community, I spend time carefully being with myself and pouring into myself. Now, I know I can do a little bit better, but I start with where I am right now. So it's my space. I wanted to live around nature because I feel I deserve that. I play frequencies. I'm very romantic with my cat. Okay, we cuddle every day. She's my best friend. We make eye contact. We give hugs. We give kisses. I talk to her. It's the highlight of my morning. Okay? She loves me. I love her. Slow mornings. I wake up. I spend time at my altar. I give thanks and gratitude. I say my prayers. Okay? I think about the world and the state that it's in. And then I think about the world that I live in. And then I set the tone for my day. Highlight of my day. I love hot water. Grateful for hot water. I take a nice shower. I lather. Okay? I take my time. I listen to something inspirational while I'm in the shower or nothing at all. It could be frequencies or nothing at all. But I think about what it is that I want to bring in for the day. Or if something pissed me off, then I'm still not over because I'm a human being. Hello. There's shit that do be pissing me off. And I wake up and sometimes I choose violence. But I get in that shower and I release it. I let it go. That's my therapy. Then I go and I moisturize. I put on clean clothes I'm thankful for. I put my incense on. My frequencies are still going. Okay? And then I do whatever else I need to do for the day. I don't really have too much of a set routine, but in the morning it's pretty much predictable. The bed is made up, etc. I spend time looking at nature or whatever. Even if I can't leave the house, I have a balcony that I can step out and relax on, and I just breathe in and I take it in. Okay? I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is something I want to share with you. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. The money situation that you're dealing with is not important. Money is very important, but I'm gonna tell you something. It's not the money itself that is the most important thing. It is your spiritual power. It is your mind. When I was at my lowest, when I didn't have any support, when every day felt so painful and miserable, people were leaving me left and right. My clothes were dirty, they were dingy. I was fucked up. Do you understand? And I said, why is God bringing me in this situation right now? Then I also said, okay, I have to hold myself accountable. I brought myself to this situation. What am I being taught right now? The most beautiful thing that I did was, because at the time, I couldn't even give my pets at the time the kind of food that I wanted to give them. But I gave them treats every Friday. I gave them tuna or something like that every Friday. That was our thing. And so, but what I did do with the little gas that I had, I put in my car, and I would go to this very beautiful mountain range. And it was funny because every time I was there, it was the most prettiest place I felt like in the world to me. And I would sit up there, nobody would be up there. It was as if I created it in real time, like, okay, this is where you manifest. It was as if the universe was like, yeah, this is where you manifest opening your road. This is how you're gonna do it. So I would just sit and look at the mountain range. And these were like $1 million houses over here because this is so beautiful. I mean, just gorgeous. And I would just sit and I would just manifest. I would just visualize. I would speak all the things into my life. I would speak I would speak the moment that I'm actually in right now into that. Like I would literally just speak that into existence. There was no money involved. It was just my mind. It was just my mind and my belief. And I had to train myself to do that. Okay, let me get to these questions. Okay, Benjamin. My top 5 picks for digital nomad immigration was Spain. Okay, very good. Portugal, Estonia. They don't pay taxes. Romania and Bulgaria. Okay, which one is more queer friendly? Probably Spain. I got a cousin, Costa Rica has this thing where, if you get citizenship here, then you can get citizenship in Spain if you go over there. I think you have to become a resident for like 2 years or something, but they make it very easy for you to get citizenship over there in Spain if you were a Costa Rican citizen. So yeah, my cousin's working on that over there. And they're a bit more queer friendly in Spain and Portugal. So maybe over there. I mean, and let me tell you something too. If you looking at the whole digital nomad thing, you may want to look at those places, especially Portugal, maybe because there are places in Portugal. You may be in a rural area, maybe, but you can still make it. You can build a house for very cheap. They have eco villages. I hear it's very nice over there, and the internet is much better over there than in Costa Rica. They say a lot of people using Starlink out here now, so the internet is like neck and neck together. Despite me working on my neurotechnology and record label, I also started a Patreon. Yeah, yeah. Stick with that Patreon. Yeah, Shira. Yeah, I watch her financial and spiritual channel. I also follow the beef between her and the spiritual whistleblower. Spiritual whistleblower. All these people hating on Shira. They think that Shira is just some dating coach. She ain't no goddamn dating coach. She's just a woman with a pen and a microphone that just so happened to be funny. And she also has a lot of good spiritual knowledge and wisdom. And common sense. And I appreciate it. I love it. I think it's great. What are your thoughts about being a social media influencer and being a personality brand? Okay, so I have been both. Now I haven't been like a famous social media influencer, but I've been both. Being a personal brand. This is the thing. And we go over this in this group that I'm in with founders and investors because when I wanted to first launch this business that I have right here, Landkin, I wanted to be faceless and I still want to be faceless. I don't really like these days. I do enjoy my privacy after being on the internet for so long since 16, showing my face and having people. I've also been attacked physically and offline. I'm just tired of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of people. I'm tired of this grandpa, right? But they told me no, Paige. At first, you do have to carry the brand because when you're dealing with a situation like Landkin with land and people's money and investment, you do have to show your face. People have to build trust with you. You have to be someone they got to put a name on the face because it's too much fraud out here. And y'all know I don't do the fraud. I got testimonials. Y'all can go to my website, pageflowers.com. I don't do the fraud, honey. I got the receipts. Put my damn website on up there. Okay. Uh-oh. That one's wrong. Hold on. Here we go. So that's my website. Y'all can go check out the testimonials. I ain't make up nothing that ain't AI generated. Those are real testimonials from the Instagram page, from YouTube or whatever, Facebook, whatever. Okay? People know. I don't do no fraud. So that's where you can go and get it. All right. So when it comes down to building with people, you have to build trust with people. People have to be able to know that you're giving out knowledge and information in game, etc. See, my thing is that even with the brands and stuff that I have, right? Let me show y'all something. Something that I've been doing. I've been helping people um brands make AI generated videos, etc. Like this is a ad that I have for Landcan. This is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, let me put this. I'm gonna show y'all this ad real quick. Stick with me. All right, everybody. This is the Landcan Sugar Baby ad. Okay, I hate to call it a Sugar Baby ad, but that's the name I gave it. But this is the Landkin Sugar Baby ad. I made it with AI. The whole thing with AI. The concept. That's what I'm trying to tell people. I'm like, man, this shit that we got, this technology that we got, I don't have a Tyler Perry studio. I don't have a Marvel studio, but what I do got is my mindset. I do have my ideas. I got the shit that I want to create. Okay. And I wanted to create this cyberpunk, 70s psychedelic like vibe in my content, solar punk, cyberpunk reality, Afrofuturism meets retroism, like, so these are the themes in the video. Okay. So this is this is a video that I'm showing y'all. This is an ad for this particular app. Okay, so let me
Programming to report on another reality unfolding.
We are entering 2029. Corporations called the registry used AI to steal millions of acres. Digitally, legal, silently. If you weren't in their system, you owned nothing.
My grandmother would be so hurt to know that this club sits on the land she owned. I don't want you working at the mall. I have to give you stability.
Pachamama Redbird, you are not for sale. Our women are not for sale.
Listen, the Landkin app can help you keep your land. I'll find other legal means to get the other territories back. But AI is smart and it works fast. So we move now together.
The revolution is the Landkin app. Download in the App Store today.
Okay. So let's talk about a few things with this ad. First of all, it's a minute long. Okay. And as you can see towards the end, it's high quality. This is AI high quality, folks. If I wanted to create something like this would be insanely expensive for me to create, to get the cameras, the makeup, the neon signs and everything like that, the hair, the authentic hairdress, moccasins, all of that, cyberpunk shoes they had on in here. This, listen, folks, expensive if I own my own cinema studio. Now, it took me a few days to create this. I was at the computer pumping it because AI was pumping out a bunch of bullshit. Okay. Hey, William, how are you? What's up, Anunak? What's up? What's up, Anunak? So I'm pumping out the computer, okay, how it is that I want to do it or whatever. And so again, I had some issues. But the theme of this video is that AI is going up and around buying up people's land, or there's this AI generated registry where if your land is not in the AI generated system, that your land will be taken from you, or basically you don't own it. The corporations have pretty much automated the whole land deed situation and have been creating land theft through AI, basically. Okay. The theme in the year is 2029. Okay. They are in Mississippi, Sardis, Mississippi. That is where some of my family and relatives are from, where they have the Batesville mounds, or the Sardis mounds. So that was the theme. And then if you saw the sign in the ad, it says this is an AI powered city, basically. Okay. The Sugar Baby Mall is basically the strip club where you have the indigenous women, the chiefs, basically, have to get on a pole in their hairdress, in their sacred uniform, in their sacred ceremonial wear, and basically get on that pole. And y'all saw the AI generated cameras that was zooming in when she was swinging on the pole. And then the man pays his dollars on the AI, I mean, not on the AI, but on the computer. And then the dollars then go out through the vending machine for her to pick up. And then you see the men praying in a circle, some of them disappointed with sadness because their women are having to go into the Sugar Baby Mall to go do this to sustain themselves because what? Sex sells. It's like OnlyFans, but now the strip clubs are AI generated. Y'all see the creativity behind that? You don't get that shit in no book. I made that shit up. And then from there, I said, okay, this is how I want my clips to be. I had 15-second clips and I had to put it all together. Okay. And in my mind, I'm like, yes, I need this to be, like I said, the 70s with the solar cyberpunk vibe. Okay. I need futurism in this. But I also need tradition in this, indigenous. I want black tribes. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So I feel like, again, like our creativity, our creativity is waiting on us to use it and then birth something. Like when I create these clips and shit, I birth something. Let me show y'all something else. I made myself a Matrix character. Hold up. Made another ad for Landkin as a Matrix character. Let me remove this and then let me add something else. I don't play around, and then I also do this for businesses too. So if you want me to make you something, I can definitely make you something. It could be a real ad. Hold on. Y'all go to my website, pageflowers.com. Send me something. Okay? And I am affordable. So let me show you this. Let me show y'all another ad. And I'm gonna show y'all the fails too. This stuff is amazing. Why people saying, "Oh, we shouldn't use this for the environment." Like I told y'all, you come to Costa Rica or you come to any other country, right? The phones now, they have AI on it. Like all the phones now have AI on it. Every phone they make now got AI on it. That's how they advertising it. Everything got AI on it. All the cars got AI in it. See, this kind of technology not allowed in America because we get stuff from China here. But this kind of stuff not allowed in America, so you don't see it. The Americans like, oh yeah, we have this big moral compass. What about an environment? What about our environment? Everybody else is using it. I met up with a lady yesterday. We were at lunch. It was a great time. She works in AI. She said all the U.S. companies, basically, like all the companies down here are U.S. based, and they got us working with AI. Everything is AI. Everything is AI. And if you're a small business owner, you need to be using it too. Because what the fuck, like, y'all need to learn how to transmute energy. Transmute energy. That's what we need to be doing. Transmute energy. Okay. One more. Let me show y'all one more thing. Stick with me. Stick with me. Okay. So here it is. This is it, folks. Okay, let me add this on to. Hold on, land here. No, I don't think this is it. Hold on, let's see. Land can add. Maybe it's not this one. Okay, maybe this one. Let's see. No, this isn't either. Okay, remove from studio. Give me 1 second, guys, because this is something. Yeah, AI as a music producer is ass. Like music is something that comes from our souls. Like I just don't think music, yeah, music is not where it's gonna be. And even cinema, I'm gonna be honest with you, because right now cinema, um, we're having some issues with accents. Like I try to tell AI like, man, I need more. I need New York accents. I want a Boston accent. I need, and when they have Europe, they only have like British United Kingdom. They don't have like Scottish and the Irish and the Netherlands and Wales and Bulgaria, Romania. They don't have all that. Like Algeria. They don't have all that. So it's very limited in accents, very much so. So you're gonna have some issues with the accents in terms of AI. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it must be in this folder. It must be in this one. Okay, stick with me, y'all, because I'm almost there. I don't know why it ain't showing up in here, but I'm gonna find it. What the hell? Okay, maybe it's under a different. Uh, maybe it's under a different folder, but that's so strange to me. Um, let's see, is it Grits Goes Rogue? No, that's crazy. Oh, is it Complete AI? No, it's not that either. Man, y'all, and I just had this I literally just had it as a video too in my studio. So I'll have to find it again, but yeah, that's literally what we could be using. I have so many integrations in my apps and stuff like that. I be building apps. People think that, oh, okay, you it's hard to do vibe coding. It's really not hard to do vibe coding at all. It's not. Like you need to visualize what the hell you want your app to do, and then it will do it for you. Like I have an app now where it's just pretty much a AI marketing assistant for small businesses. Like if you don't have a social media and you really want to get clients and businesses and stuff like that, or get businesses to be your clients, what the app does is it finds leads for you. So it finds businesses that are already running ads. Their social media page is shitty. They don't have any followers on Instagram, Facebook, basically, and you're going to be their social media marketing team. I already got the plugs to people that can do agency for you, so that you don't have to run ads. They'll do it for you, but you just have to pay the money, basically. Um, there are people that I got the plugs on who can do your social media. If you don't know anything about how to do social media branding or whatever, I got the plugs for that. There's a scheduler inside the app. So basically you set up their social media page for them to post every day. I use the scheduler. I do not post on social media much anymore. Even me being live right now is something that I'm doing more. But this live, there are going to be clips made from this video, and y'all going to see the clips in the shorts. AI does the clips for me. Okay. Puts the captions on there. I have a scheduler and it's automated. And as a business owner, you should do the same. As somebody that wants to go and live their life, take advantage of their time, take their time back, which is the most valuable currency. Yeah. Everything is automated over here. And I really think y'all should start doing the same. Because we are in active spiritual warfare. And I would rather go ahead and take this little shortcut, automate my life, automate my business, and then I can get to my spiritual stuff. Okay? Because we're having to work a little more harder to keep our world at peace. And I want to be active on that front. I don't want to be active in, oh my God, I need to make money. I need to do this. I want to get out of that hustle and bustle. No, I am in the framework of making life easy for everybody. So when I wake up every day and I communicate with AI and I build out certain apps or whatever it is that people want me to do, or I make my ads or help people do whatever they need to do, I can do that in peace and then go on about my day. Y'all should do the same. See, they're holding a lot of people to this moral standard of, oh, well, what about our water? First of all, okay, there is a brother that I just met with too. He's in the Navy. Well, he was in the Navy. He said, "Do you know the water that we drunk that was out there in the Navy? That came from the ocean. That was not fresh water that we were drinking. We purified that water, and it was actually pretty cheap." Okay. The other thing too that you should know, right? AI has been here since the beginning of the time. Y'all seen the AI glitch video? AI has been here since the beginning of the time. It hasn't gone anywhere. They got y'all thinking AI is new. It's not new technology at all. AI has been here. So just like they have all this disclosure shit about, oh, okay, yeah, they're coming out saying this. They've been doing it all along. They've been doing it all along. AI is old technology, honey. They're just telling you about it. But it's old. It's old. And we need to stop playing around. Oh, excuse me. We need to stop playing around. Like, we don't know that this is a cycle being ran on us again. They want you to take the moral high ground, and then they don't in the background. But there is no moral high ground. There is no moral high ground. And I'm not saying that as somebody that's not concerned about the water. Yeah, there are problems with AI that can be fixed and resolved. Sure, absolutely. But they're already telling you that they already have solutions where AI is zero emissions and no water is being used. It's being used in other countries. But see, the thing about the United States is they don't share that information in the United States. You want to know why? Because the billionaires are greedy in the United States and they can't keep up with the Chinese. They can't keep up with the Chinese. And they can't go to war with them either. And they want the Chinese to depend on the Americans too. That's the thing. So they don't share this information. But see, you do yourself a disservice for waiting for Americans to have a moral compass or a high moral compass. We won't even come together to fucking protest the shit that's going on with these kids and these EpiPen files. So why are you arguing with me about AI when y'all won't even go do nothing for the kids? Don't say shit to me about nothing. If we can't come together for these kids, okay, and start having meetings in the public square, if you know what I'm saying, then don't talk to me about no damn robot automating my business. Get up out my face. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. Because I'm somebody that's been telling y'all for a long time. Everybody, there's a time coming where you are seriously, you want to get to where it is that you want to go, huh? And it depends on your mindset. It depends on your thoughts, your reality, what you've been pouring into yourself. I'll be honest, I'm not up worrying about anybody in my day-to-day life. I'm worried about me. I'm the priority in my life. I show up for my life. My cat is my priority. And that's what I deal with. Okay? Every now and then, yes, I will dip and dab into world news. You want to know why? Because I'm building an app that's designed to solve people's problems. So I need to know about the problems in the world. But I don't internalize that shit as my problems because it's not actually my problem. But when you're gifted and you can create something, then you service the world through your talents and gifts by solving the problems of the people that need you the most. Then you shall be rewarded for such. But my talent and gift is not in every single thing. That's for some of you all to figure out. It's probably up to you to build an app that's going to help others. Like, I feel like me personally, in my life, I don't want to serve clients. I don't want people relying on me as a spiritual guide or as somebody to look up to or some mentor. Personally, I want to build some of the best technology out here where the technology speaks for itself. People love it, they enjoy it. We have customer support, blah, 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 blah. And that's the software as a service. I don't want to do all this physical work. I want a very nice life. I suggest y'all start creating the same. Some of you all want to be in the service industry, and that's beautiful. Some of you all want to be musicians. We need them. Some of you all want to be hands on healers. We need them. I sure as hell do. Am I one? No. But everybody has a gift somewhere. Some people want to be chefs. Many people want to go out there and heal people's bodies through their hands with their food, with their feng shui. People want to clean houses. They're healers in that way. Am I one of those people? No. But there are people that are out there that need it. It's some shit that AI can't replace. Okay? So let's be clear on that. Some shit AI can't replace. But the shit that it is replacing, it's replacing quick. Okay? So you need to be using some of this in some of your business. Trust me, our world is going to be fine, people. People think that, oh, it's, we're not going to be able to survive. Let me tell y'all something. This world is going to survive with or without your ass. As far as I'm concerned, human beings are nothing but bacteria and parasites ourselves. And we need to get our act straight. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all something. Every single thing that they brought to us is a tool that they're using against us. So we need to use it as a tool to go against them. The same way that they brought social media against us, what we did it. We turned the shit around and started using it against them. What the fuck has happened on TikTok? We turned this shit all the way around. All the plans that they had for us, sabotaged it. Y'all saw that shit that happened last month or the month before. They were trying to plan an attack in LA. The man had bought that building. Y'all saw that shit. The man bought the building. They were trying to plan a false flag attack in LA, like how they did, Nuevo, what do you call it? Nuevo Once. Okay, I gotta say it like that. Can't say the English numerics. Okay, Nuevo Once for my Spanish speakers. Okay, they were trying to plan another false flag attack, and the TikTokers got on top of this shit, spilt the beans, spilt the coffee, let everybody know. Listen up, gang. This is what they plan to do. And do you know they shut this shit down? Like, I know y'all not trying to do a false flag on us. in broad daylight? Yeah, okay. Let's see how that works. LA has been quiet ever since. LA has been quiet ever since. Videos have been downloaded as receipts ever since. TikTok is turning shit around. Same thing with Vietnam. The physical war wasn't lost, but the war at home, they couldn't persuade popular opinion. So what do you think is going on right now? TikTok is turning shit around. They use social media as a weapon against us. However, we flip the shit around. Same thing with AI. They're using AI as a weapon against us. I know it. AI surveillance, AI drones, all the tragic, horrendous things that they've been doing to Gaza, um, showing us live. This is what they're capable of, and this is what they plan to do for the rest of the world if we get out of line with them or that we don't comply or whatever the case may be. This is what they're showing us to our faces. Okay? However, like I said, if we start utilizing it against them, they cannot win. And yet you're worried about the motherfucking water. They are going to use this shit regardless. Don't you understand these people are demons? Don't you all understand that they do not give a fuck about the planet? They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about anybody. They don't give a fuck about themselves. Trust me, we can sacrifice a little bit of fucking water so that we all can survive. I guarantee you that. Get your ass in there and start learning how to use this shit to solve our problems, people. It's not that deep like you think it is. They're telling us, oh, we're in water bankruptcy. That's what they're telling us. That's what they're telling us. Did you know that they have been using the fucking water for the data centers? Like I told y'all, AI been around for a long fucking time since the beginning of time. How you think they built them goddamn buildings in Tartaria in the first place? You thought they did that shit with horse and buggy? All that free energy they had back in the day? You mean to tell me AI wasn't around then? You, what do you think? What do y'all think? Hmm? Let me know. Here in the Netherlands today was a memorial for World War II. All the monuments were defecated due to pro-Palestinians, etc. It's the ghetto. Let me tell you something. Europe been flipping shit over, and I'm very proud of the Europeans. They've been flipping shit over. I've been seeing what's been going on France. Farmers defecating all on the government buildings, dumping trash, dumping all kinds of shit on the government buildings. Been seeing what's been going on with Italy, shit on fire over there. They are not fucking around in Europe, and I'm not surprised that the Netherlands is doing the same thing because they're very upset about what's going on. However, we don't see it in the media. We don't see it, especially in America. They don't broadcast any of that. Like it's like okay, whatever. They show us BS basically, but I'm not surprised that people in Europe are really turning shit over. It's the Americans that's not doing a goddamn thing, really. I mean, we're pretty much the ones that's the alternative media that's showing the world that hey, we don't think like this. We want y'all to know that we're very much aware, but America is very divided and disorganized. Okay, not enough people are not willing to go and pay their rent. Not enough people are not willing to sit in place. There's not enough people that's going to say, you know what? It's a million of us today. Fuck the government. We're going to shut shit down for a week and then they can come to the table and then we can talk. It's not enough of that happening. So what you're seeing right now is a lot of shit. A lot of shit playing out that should have been stopped. But America is too dysfunctional in terms of coming together for one collective goal. And they did this on purpose through the school system. They did it on purpose with this men versus women, black versus white, blue versus red. Okay? This religion versus your religion. This socioeconomic status versus you. Capitalism. Okay? Individualism. People doing their own shit, dividing the families, tearing people apart. This has been a systemic thing that America has been known for. So it's been working on the people. However, the young people, especially Gen Z and coming up Gen Alpha, they are the ones that's like, you know what, fuck this shit. We see exactly what's going on. Y'all fucked us over. We can't even afford rent. We not even, they don't even have dreams of owning a home one day, that generation. Because statistically speaking, the shit not gonna happen at this rate. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, Landkin is Landkin is for y'all for real. Cause we have our land, folks. I'm gonna build some shit. And I'm gonna have community. That generation though, I don't know if I can say the same for them. At the rate at which they're not able to afford their rent, let alone be able to afford basic necessities, they already don't qualify for a mortgage. Can they come together and buy land? If you're gonna make a GoFundMe, make a GoFundMe so you can get you some land, grow some food, get you some, you know what I'm saying? Get you some protection. Hell, can the community come together and create a 3D printing machine? You may got to make some shit in secret, okay? Can you do something, people? That's why I really love your live stream about community building name. They spend billions of dollars. Yeah, they spent billions of dollars trying to brainwash us. They sure did. I remember that. And are you willing to be used as the opposition? Yes. Thank you. I really predicted what's happening here. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, they spent billions of dollars trying to brainwash us. Billions of dollars. If y'all go and look at the propaganda money being spent on how they want to control your mind and your way of thinking, you would be surprised. You would be surprised, people. This shit ain't no joke. This shit is no joke. They invest billions of dollars in trying to manipulate your mind. They try to manipulate your mind on a daily basis, all the time, through color, through sound, through shapes, through everything, through public opinion. They do everything to change your mindset. The war for your mind is deep. I have another live stream on that. I mean, you can go and look up 13 signs astrology. God bless that brother. I don't know where he's at today. God bless him. But he had a video that rings in my ear to this day. He says, "The war for your mind is deep." He opens the video saying that because it is. It's always that. This is a war for consciousness, all of it, everything that's going on right now. Even the whole war and the conflict with Iran and United States, that is to control a Stargate. Because if they can get that Stargate out there, then they can control the souls that come in and out. And I'm telling you, if they get control over that Stargate, those evil demonic entities, y'all better be working your magic 24 fucking 7. If you're gonna use AI, you better use AI to work that fucking magic. You understand me? To protect yourself. The world will be secular by default. Fucking around. Secular, but also very spiritual, and you will see probably dark magic everywhere, because when I tell you what will have to be done to protect yourself from the nasty foulness that will come from that Stargate if they are effective, you will need to protect yourself. That's what they're fighting for, because they want to control the souls that come in and out, the energies that come in and out of that Stargate. This is what this has been about for a very long time, people. They've been writing books about this. They've been talking about this in the open podcasts. They say whatever the fuck they want to say, and then they get forgiven for it. Why? Because they run everything. They run the media. They run the money. They run every goddamn thing. They protect their own. Y'all know who I'm talking about now. I ain't got to say no names. I ain't got name drop. Nothing. You know who I'm talking about. They protect their own. So one must understand that at this time period, this is not about anything other than your mind. There's a war for consciousness. So when I say to you, folks, do what you need to do. The only way that a bird is going to trust itself is if it practice flying. And I love this quote where birds don't sit up there and trust that the branches are going to be stable when they land on them. They trust in their wings. They don't trust in the tree. They trust in their wings. Yeah, everything. Hold on. I don't think that made American news. So the daughter of y'all king was a victim of assassination today. Hold on. Dutch king daughter died. Wait, today? Okay, 2 days ago. Whoa, okay. Dutch princesses targeted in scary murder plot. Suspect allegedly found with axes, Aussie symbol, and note about bloodbath. What? They were trying to kill the daughters. They were trying to kill the prince. I mean, they were trying to unalive the princesses. Uh, in the Netherlands. And you know what's happening everywhere. You know what's happening. You know what's happening everywhere. You saw that bullshit. You saw the central casting bullshit that happened at Donald. I didn't even go watch that bullshit. I just saw all I needed to see. All I needed to see was that man sitting at that table eating his steak while everybody was shooting. Did y'all see that? All I needed to see was that man in that suit, still eating his steak, sitting down where everybody trying to duck and shit. And I don't blame him. Them motherfucking plates is $2,500. $2,500 for a plate. I don't give a damn if y'all shooting either. Not in this economy. I'm eating all my steak. He's sitting up there like, this shit is acting. I don't give a fuck. I paid $2,500 for this plate. And that's just a symptom of the shit that we going through in this world. People don't give a damn who's shooting, whatever. Yeah. This plate, $2,500 for this dinner. Yeah. Go ahead, shoot, spray this motherfucker up. You hear me? Roll the barbecue, roll the A1 sauce under the table so I can bend over and pick it up. Thank you. The boomers are the biggest matrix guardians. Yeah, people say that a whole lot. They are. Yeah, that's kind of sad too because like even if they were to leave royalty for whatever reason, they're still targets, to leave from the cocoon of, I guess, royalty or whatever puts them in even greater danger, even if they just want to be out and be regular and they know all the fucked up shit that their parents in or the family is in, they're still big. They're still, fucked. You know what I'm saying? It's like celebrities' kids, like no, you can't ever live a regular life. You just can't, you know. So, oh, excuse me, y'all. Um, that's that, y'all. I mean, I wanted to get on here and hop on here today, just to pretty much present to you guys a couple of things and just to really talk about, for one, how important it is for you all to get your mindset together. I mean, it really, really is at this time. You know, I don't really share too much of the things that's going on in my personal life anymore. But one of the things that I will talk about is the fact that I've created so many things out of darkness. So many things out of darkness. You understand what I'm saying? I've created some of the worst stuff. I mean, not worst stuff, but I created um some of the best things from my darkest times and everything that I've gone through, you know. Um I just have to I have to emphasize to y'all that there is just no way, you know, no way that oh, I think I may have found it, guys. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. This is the other video I'm gonna show y'all. There's just no way that I would have been able to be who I am today, even without some of those darkest moments. I didn't like it. I didn't like going through those things. I wouldn't want my worst enemy to go through some of those things. Maybe some of my worst enemies. Maybe. Mm, yeah, I take that back. One of them can definitely go through all that shit I went through. Because fuck it, it's war. Yeah, one of them, yeah, I would love for them to go through some of that shit I went through. But in terms of the greater population, no. Because I feel like suffering and pain in this world, it shouldn't be a place for it. And when you go through really difficult times, it wear and tears on your body, your mind, your spirit. But I came out of those situations and I said, oh my goodness, I don't know anybody like me. I know nobody like me. I really ran through fire. I walked on water. I'm not Jesus or nobody, but damn, I do got a lot of magic I'm working with. And when it's all said and done, I would be very impressed with my life. Even if I didn't complete all the stuff, I would be very impressed. I would tell myself, man, I am a bad motherfucker through and through. I'm bad, man. I'm bad. And my story is my own. Not everybody has to know every single thing, but I'm gonna tell you, some of the shit that I went through, yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker, man. Nobody can tell me different. Nobody can tell me nobody can tell me a goddamn thing. Don't care. Don't care. I am not Jesus Christ at all. You understand what I'm saying? But talking about walk on water, yes, I did. Walk through fire, yeah, I did. Kicked motherfuckers' ass, yes, I did. Stood up to people that my ancestors would cower down to, and it's because of them that I was able to do so. Their guidance, their wisdom, their bravery. Yeah, you know, fuck that. All that negative shit people be talking about, man, I can't get through this because of blah blah blah. Bullshit. They put rules in front of you to be broken. All the shit that we have, like quote unquote rights, is because our ancestors had to break laws, people. That's what we're trying to get these white people to understand. Y'all keep y'all can't conceptualize that y'all have to break the law in order for shit to go a certain way. Duh. Why do you think black people have rights now, quote unquote? Because we had to break fucking rules. We had to actually break laws. We had to engage in civil disobedience. Duh. If you ever want to get some shit done, that's what the fuck you're gonna have to do. And I'm telling y'all right now, in this world right now, it's gonna be a lot of shit that they finna make illegal. And what you gonna have to do? Break that law. What you gonna have to do? Challenge that shit. File that lawsuit. Huh? Band together. Yeah. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Sovereignty of declaration, very powerful. Yeah, I read that years ago and it was pretty powerful, I must say. You definitely want to be using that on everybody. I don't know where it's at today. Haven't read it in a couple of years. When I did read it, it was very powerful. Even if you guys are not, into magic or making declarations or whatever, if you open up that Bible and read that book of Psalms and you just start, spitting out them Bible verses, you light you a candle and you go to work, you play your videos, shit gonna be popping. They at war with that alone. Your energy. Thank you for that. It still works even to this day. I'm so grateful for you sharing this time with me. Absolutely. Indeed. Indeed. Hey, Bobby. How's it going? My brother in art. What's going on, Bobby? Grateful for Bobby and Benjamin being on today because I'm greatly inspired by you guys in terms of your art and your ability to create and still make shit, authentic things. Benjamin in the world of technology, you know what I'm saying, and Bobby in the world of dance and cinema, amazing stuff. Today I got held by the police for not carrying a physical copy of my ID. I showed them a picture of it in my digital ID, and they said, "You need to have your ID with you at all times." Okay, Gestapo. All right. I don't have to go over. I don't even want to get into it. I get passionate about the time I got pulled over by the police, and they wanted my goddamn ID. Whatever. I tell people all the time, listen, this is the world that you're coming into, where they're going to get more and more aggressive with you about having your papers on you, your slave papers on you. And it's about you understanding your relationship to all of what's going on. That's why they really want to destroy America, because we have the ability to be able to challenge all that shit. Like all that shit about me getting on the internet, that's nothing. I feel like why my Instagram was also banned, not just because of the shit um that I did in terms of reporting those perverts online for trying to share C-SPAN material and AI flagging me or whatever. I really also believe too is because, see, content like that, it does shift some shit in the cosmos. With all those people looking at me and a light bulb going off, they're like, okay, this motherfucker is really shutting shit down. You know what I'm saying? In terms of getting people to think outside the box, in terms of, okay, if I'm not at work, that means that some of these laws don't apply to me. Now, I'm not talking about murder and kidnapping and stealing and all that other shit. Those laws are not considered to be commercial. Okay? That shit is not commercial. And if you go and you harm somebody else's property, and you harm bodies, physical bodies and all that, you bound to certain shit. Okay. We got morals and ethics and other different things. We got God's law, universal law, human rights. You talking about crimes against humanity. Look, don't be stupid. But when I'm talking about traffic laws and commercial and stuff like that, like speeding and all this other shit, those are considered to be commercial laws, people. Okay, that they're trying to apply to you. You know, you having some marijuana in your pocket and you off work or whatever the case may be, that's considered to be commercial. You having a little bit of, alcohol, in a place that's not considered to be private, stuff like that. Okay. Those things are considered to be commercial. And so, how they keep the fraud going, how they keep the insurance scams running, how they're able to steal folks' money and money launder through these courtrooms, and also saying they're going to send shit over to certain school districts and they don't. How they're able to get over on all of that shit is your ignorance and not knowing that they shouldn't be able to get away with it in the first place, because they're misapplying statutes. See, when you have the evidence that they're misapplying statutes, you take it to their boss. You take it to the reviser who makes the statutes, who edits the statutes. They do nothing as well. You've just created a paper trail. And see, what they don't want is insurance to drop or I would say this, they don't want insurance to drop from the officers. What that means is they don't want them out there on the street operating without insurance. They can't operate without insurance. But again, if you've been involved in too many goddamn accidents, I know in America, if you've been involved in too many accidents in America, then what the hell do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna drop you from what? The insurance. If enough of us is filing reports for misapplications of statutes, failure to do your job correctly, etc., abuse of power, misuse of authority, etc., deprivation of rights, okay? If we got enough of us filing claims, that insurance company is going to drop the police, the officers, the sheriff, whoever. They're going to drop their ass like a hot potato. Now, ain't nobody got no business. That's why I feel like some of my shit get taken down. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I feel like a lot of my shit get taken down. But that's okay. See, that's why they want to ruin America, because there's people like us. There's millions of us that's out here thinking like this, because we done read, we done studied with other people who also have been effective in beating these cases, who just so happened to fucking read had to get their feet held to the fire, had to spend a night in jail. Some of them had warrants out, all kind of scary shit. But they got through that. They got through that and said, you know what? Now I beat my case. Now I can teach other people. Because they will bully you. They will come up with all kinds of tactics and shit, folks. That's what they do. It's coming. They're going to tell your ass just like they put in 1984. Think. And we sending your ass to jail. Think anything other than what we want you to think, and we sending your ass to jail. The time period is coming for that, folks, because a lot of people not thinking with their fucking head on straight. I'm gonna get to these comments, but let me show y'all this other ad that I made right with AI as well for Landkin. Landkin is landkindred.com. Y'all go there. That is an app that I have developed so that y'all can come together and buy land for $500. Y'all can set your own groups up. Y'all do whatever y'all want, but y'all come together and pull resources together and add land. And buy land together. Okay, this is the video. This is the ad I created.
It has completely fallen. We lost everything.
Moloch and Bor will fall. They will not like this. We will have no fear. We must continue the work.
You ship out tonight.
I just want peace.
Peace is not on the manifest.
This is all happening by design.
The world is in fear, but we have a solution.
This is what the world has been waiting on.
Okay, so y'all see that? Now let me break down this ad, right? So I wanted to recreate myself like how the Matrix is. Okay, this is me. Y'all see her. She got a tattoo just like I do on the side. Okay. And I wear my hair mainly in cornrows just like this. Okay, down here at least. Now, again, it's high HD high definition. Basically, I wanted a scene that's pretty much showing the chaos that we kind of see right now. The market is falling, or it looks like it's going to be in free fall with the housing market. 119,000 foreclosures that's happened this year alone. Okay, they just brought back the draft. They're bringing back the draft basically. Okay, so you see the soldier, he's like, no, I want peace. The guy says, no, peace is not on the manifest. You ship out tonight basically. Okay, I got a meeting with my sidekick. He's British black man. He says Moloch and Baal will fall. For all my occultists out there, you know who Moloch and Baal is. Okay, Moloch and Baal will fall. They would not like this. And you see my face, I'm like, because we got to launch Landkin. Okay, they're not going to like that. How they control the wealth, especially in the United States, is through real estate. 85% of the United States real estate. 89%, no, not 89. 85% of the United States wealth is in real estate. Okay? An app like this is crushing the game. Okay? Now, fast forward. Then he goes into the scene of everybody sitting at the table. They look like kind of elitists. They all different colors, mainly European or whatever, but they all different colors. And then, what is it? Oh, they say this is all happening by design, because that's exactly what's going on. They know all this stuff that's going on with the chaos and the war. This is all happening by design. This is all part of their plan. Okay. Then it cuts to the scene where it says the guy, I named him Grits. Okay, that's his name. His name is Grits. He's the black British man. Okay, he's my sidekick. British said, not British. Grits says, uh, we have a solution. Okay, and then you see the little matrix look or matrix looking. I don't want to say matrix because I don't want to get sued now. Little binary green code in the background, basically. And it turns to me showing Lankin basically. This is what the world has been waiting on because it has been what the world has been waiting on. We've been waiting on something to where we can come together and buy land together and create communities together, have autonomy. We ain't got to worry about nobody taking our money. My app don't take nobody's money. I touch nobody's money. Y'all just pay that one time $40 fee, or you pay your subscription fee or whatever you want to sign up for, and that's that. He said, "Where your driver's license?" I said, "I don't even have a car." Exactly. They always want to ask for that goddamn driver's license to prove that you're doing something commercial or that you active right now. Fuck that license. You don't need no license if you ain't driving. Again, they do that shit in the Netherlands. They do it everywhere because they want to spread that system everywhere. It's crazy. You don't need no damn driver's license. You ain't got no car. Well, you need your license. Not a license is for business. I look like I'm conducting business right now. I'm minding my business. I'm minding my business. Not commercial business, mine. I'm about to watch the movie The Book of Clarence Bible story. Yeah, let me know how it goes. Hello, officer. What's your ethnic background? Yeah, it's crazy. I did put the video on private literally 2 days ago. I put those videos on private like 2 days ago. Literally. Literally. I put a lot of videos on private like 2 days ago. I can send it to you unlisted if you want it. But I literally put it on private. hmm I'm also trying to, well, I don't know about this video, but I'm also trying to clean up a lot of my content on my page. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Um, because the way I want to come with it, I want to be like, you know what? In the event that I don't want to get back online no more, or whatever. I want things to be organized. I want y'all to go through that, like the AI generated series. I want y'all to go through that series. I want people to focus on the shit that's important. I know I be going live and I be talking about a lot of stuff, but I'm like, man, I really want y'all to pay attention to some of this shit. Like that whole AI glitch series, that's an important series I want people to look at. Y'all ain't gotta listen to shit else, I say. I know I've had a lot of nice content over the years or whatever, but I'm like, look, I want y'all to listen for that one from start to finish. And then listen to this one. Then I got other stuff now I'm coming out with. And then I'm gonna make clips, shorts. All right. I gotta go in like 1 minute, guys. It says about the digital nomadism. Someone once said, "Go to your father's roots, Liberia, next to Ivory Coast is the absolute ghetto. Michigan ain't shit." Yeah, I love Michigan. I ain't gonna lie. Michigan is probably where I would have settled though, like Detroit, Michigan. But I said no. I'm gonna go where I'm gonna go to um I'm gonna go to where my other family is, which is Costa Rica. I'm gonna go here. I would rather grow my own food and, struggle, in our own way. Because if the world shut down or whatever, it's a struggle for everybody, but in our own little way. You understand? So, yes, brother, send me an email, y'all. Send me an email. Send me an email to remedy pma@gmail.com. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Much love, y'all, and be well.